All right, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about critiquing and how to talk about your artwork. Um, so I'm going to go over this little presentation that I made. I'm not going to post it in your in Schoology because a lot of it there is no explanation. So that's what I'm going to go over with you guys. Your assignment for today is to critique your pattern painting and do your best at critiquing your pattern painting. So we're going to go over the steps of critiquing, and then I'll show you where the critique is located. For tomorrow, you guys have a quarterly proposal and a quarterly sketch. So that will be due on Monday. Your quarterly isn't due until the end of March, but it's time to start thinking about it. So your Friday assignment will be think about your quarterly, what you want to do, fill out the proposal, and then give me a sketch for it. So, how to critique your artwork. Critiquing is the step that's really important. We don't do enough of it just because we don't have the time and because we're not in person. But critiquing is where you're actually really looking at your artwork and that of your classmates, and then you are talking about it and talking about ideas, about what it means, about and really delving into the artwork itself and kind of thinking about it on top of just having done it, thinking about critical thinking about it. So, a critique is a detailed analysis and an assessment of something. Um, but how do I critique my work? Are there steps to follow? And yes, luckily for you, there are steps to follow. There are 4 steps to a critique, and they are the description, the analysis, the interpretation, and the judgment. And you follow these 4 steps, these 4 parts, and you follow them in the exact same order every time. So you always start with the description, then the analysis, then the interpretation, and then the judgment. So for the description phase, you describe exactly what you see, just the facts. You're not putting any thinking into it. You're not analyzing it. You're just describing exactly what you see. You can describe the subject of the painting, the colors, the size of the artwork, the medium used, the artist's name, just the facts. Description is just describing it. It's just describing what's there. So this painting is called The Horse Fair by Rosa Bonheur. She's one of my favorite artists. I love animals. I've always painted animals, so animal paintings are one of my favorites. This painting is 96 1/4 inches by 119 1/2 inches, and it's oil on canvas. So description. So if I was going to describe this, I would say that it's an image of a horse fair. There are people riding horses. It kind of looks like the horses are going in a circle. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 horses that you can see. A bunch of white horses. There are horses that are rearing. The horses seem to be outside. They are on dirt ground. There are trees in the background. The sky is blue. And it looks like it's very active. Analysis. So in the analysis part, you are analyzing the elements and the principles of design. So we went over these in the beginning of the school year. We talked about, and you guys photographed examples of each one. So for the analysis phase, you want to kind of look at the list of elements and the list of principles and choose 1 or 2 that you think the artist used or that stand out a lot. So I would say this artist used color. There's lots of vibrant colors. There's the white versus black. It's contrasting. The color kind of sets the mood with the cloudy sky. It looks like almost like a storm is coming. And then also if you look at like the horses, they're excited and also give this like agitated feeling. And then as far as the elements go, I would say that the artist used unity because you can tell because of all of these horses, they're all moving in the same direction. It's kind of unified from the left to the right. It kind of guides your eye because they're all moving in that direction. Interpretation. So the interpretation phase, this is where you get to interpret. You get to say what you think the piece means. You get to kind of analyze, the meaning behind it, interpret what you think it is about. I would say that this painting, it's very angsty. It's very shows a lot of movement, and it kind of shows how chaotic that this scene is. It kind of is, the wildness of these animals, yet they are all tame in that they're kind of, walking around the same direction and being shown in the same direction. So it kind of shows chaos of a simple theme, a simple scene that you might have seen, almost every day back then. And then the judgment phase. The judgment phase, you decide if you like it or if you don't. And it's okay if you don't like it, if it's okay if you do like it. So as long as you can back it up, it doesn't matter which way you go. But the judgment phase is where you tell me what you think. So I obviously like this picture. I chose it to talk about it. I really enjoy the dynamics. I enjoy the movement. I think it's really interesting. There's a lot going on. It takes up the space really well. I think that it's a very interesting painting that would hold your eye for a while because you're trying to see all the things that are going on there. So remember, the purpose of a critique is to thoroughly analyze and assess a work of art. So now it's your turn. So you're going to go to the critique quiz and follow the directions to critique your piece. Remember to do your best. There is no wrong way to critique unless you just don't do it. So there's no wrong way to do this. You're going to try your hardest to answer the questions. At least answer at least one sentence for each question if you possibly can. I'm sure you could do more than that. So you're going to go into Schoology. You're going to go into the assignment for today, which I will publish right here. So the assignment is right here on the page, third one down, 218. Critique of your pattern paintings. You're going to critique your pattern painting. You will hopefully are finished with that by now. If you didn't, I would take this weekend to do it. And you're going to go through and you're going to answer the questions. So the first step is to describe your pattern painting. Remember, you're just listing the facts. The second step is to analyze it. I listed the elements and principles here. Choose one of each that you think you used and tell me how. Don't just say I used color, period, and that's it. Interpretation, it's the pattern painting, so there's really not too much to interpret to it because you were limited. You had to use geometric shapes. But do tell me what you think kind of, did you choose specific colors? Did you choose specific shapes for a reason? And then judge your piece. Are you happy with it? Are you proud of it? Is there anything that you would change about it? And then the last question is, what is one thing that you're going to do fun / for yourself today? So at some point, I'm going to be taking my dogs outside to play in the snow because they love it. So tell me something that you're going to do today for fun. So that is your assignment for today. Like I said, as a recap, your assignment for today is to go to Flexible Instruction Day delivery, Thursday 2/18 assignment. Click on that. The quiz is there. There is a due date. Yeah, there's a due date of today. It's due by midnight. Also, your assignment for tomorrow is the quarterly sketch and the quarterly proposal. So make sure that you do both of those. They're due Monday. I'll remind you in class on Monday. I do have office hours today from 1:30 to 2:30. If you guys want to meet with me for any reason, if you have any questions, concerns, problems, issues, just let me know. Otherwise, complete the critique today, do your quarterly proposal and sketch for the weekend, and have a good day. And also, if you haven't already give me your animal photos. Email them to me if you didn't put them in the folder, and then I'll get those manipulated tomorrow and get them back to you tomorrow if I haven't done that already. Have a good day.